All right, guys, so it's winter time. We're getting in freezing temperatures. We got to protect pipes and spigots at our house. I want to let you guys in on something that I experienced and give a product review on an item that I got off Amazon, which is a hose bib cover. So come on over here. So just so you know, I'm in Florida. So if you were in Montana or Nebraska or somewhere up north, like I said, we're dealing with two different types of plumbing and two different types of weather. So in Florida, we got much milder winters. Like we hit freezing temperatures, but it's typically not for extended amounts of time. However, in Florida, we hit a couple days where it's been 20 degrees for 10 or 12 hours overnight, and that's not something that we're typically used to. So in normal temperatures, I feel pretty comfortable putting an item like this over a hose bib, wrapping it up, and coming back the next day and believing that my pipes aren't going to be frozen. However, I want to show you exactly what happened to me and just give you the opportunity to make an informed decision on your own home. So like I said, so I've got this insulated cover. Like I said, I got it off Amazon. It's an Amazon choice. It's got over 4,500 reviews, and they're all really good reviews. And like I said, so this isn't a negative review on this. However, a product like this has its limitations. So let's come over here. I'll show you how I wrap mine up, and then I'll tell you what happened to me. All right, so you see, same hose bib cover. This is how I had it wrapped up. So it's got this Velcro strap. So in addition to that, I wrapped it up with a plastic bag, as well as two different rags. So I would say that it was pretty well insulated for a Florida winter. However, the other night I got up to go to work. I went to check my spigot and turned it on, and it was frozen. So I had to get out a hairdryer, hold the hairdryer on it, get it running again. I did have one spigot that was running, and like I said, it never froze up. It was dripping. When we checked it that morning, it was dripping. It was still dripping. So my point for this video is I don't want people to think that something like this is 100% going to protect your pipes, because like I said, I had it on it. I had additional rags on it. I had it wrapped in a plastic bag. I had this cover on it, and I had it cinched down tight. And like I said, I thought we were going to be good. However, we weren't. So on a typical Florida winter, and where it drops down, below 32 degrees for a couple hours, I would think that this is good all day long. However, 20 degree weather, 10 to 12 hours of it was not sufficient for it. I would like to say, wherever you are, I would check with like a local plumber. I would see what your news is saying. They're probably going to give you the most accurate advice on to, if you need to drip it, cover it, just however. It's going to give you a good idea how to maintain it. So now, as far as these covers go, I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying this is a bad product. And in warmer temperatures, I'll still use these. However, when it's going to be freezing for extended amounts of time, I'm going to drip all my spigots, and I'm going to feel a lot better not having to worry about a pipe busting or any damage to my house. So I hope this is helpful. I appreciate you guys watching, and please like and subscribe.